The Cleric's optional features, as with the Bard, they get additional Cleric spells. You get Aura spells at the early levels, which require concentration, which forces the enemy to make a difficult choice in having to target the well-armoured player to stop the boons that their party's getting. They also get Harness Divine Power. You get a first level spell back as a bonus action, which scales to 3 third level spells. And that ties into the sort of the don't die mentality for a heal spell that you can get in a pinch, but it could be appropriate again for a campaign without many rests. They also get cantrip versatility. You can swap out a cantrip every 4 levels, so when you level up. There's not many good cleric cantrips, unless you discover Xanathar's Guide to Everything about halfway through your campaign. Remember, you also gain a cantrip at 4th and 10th level. Then there's Blessed Strike. It replaces any Divine Strike or Potent Spellcasting Domain feature that you would normally get at 8th level to doing radiant damage instead of the damage described, or adding your Wisdom modifier to cantrip damage. Weirdly, as written, it doesn't scale at 14th level like Divine Strike does. For Divine Domains, you've got the Order Domain, which looks like a lot of fun. It's a lawful cleric focused on enchantment. The Order's Demand feature looks like a lot of fun. You can burst into a room and potentially disarm everyone who's in there. And if I were to play it, I would definitely make my holy symbol a sheriff's badge. There's also the Peace Domain, which is definitely not analogous to 3.5's Vow of Non-Violence and Vow of Peace feats. Weirdly, they even get a feature at 8th level which boosts their damage, which is a little strange. But the features are interesting, and the proficiency to performance checks that you get with your Implement of Peace means that it could make a decent Drow Cleric of Illustri if your DM lets you swap out the racial proficiency for short swords with long swords. Lastly, there's the Twilight Domain, which is an interesting subclass with protective features, which could lend itself to a sort of a rustic priest overseeing a superstitious rural community. But with the ability to dim the light around the party during the daytime, it's actually a really good choice for a monstrous party, meaning that you can pick races that suffer from sunlight sensitivity.